Everyone, Bianca here for Beauty.Makeup. So we're off to Fashion Week and it's the start of spring. So of course it is raining. Every year at Fashion Week it rains. So rather than try to straighten my hair, I'm just going to work with the weather because we know that the dampness makes our hair and our hydrogen bonds frizzy and curly. So I've got quite wavy hair, no point straightening it. Let's pop some, these are called rock and rollers. But you could use any type of roller to set your hair, or the long ones, the long tubes that they used to have, and you wind them round. Twiddle sticks, I think they used to call them, I'm not sure. So like anything with hair, it's all about the sectioning, okay? And we've only got a certain amount of rollers, so we need to make sure that we want to get it sectioned properly. Also, if you want quite a tight curl, then you would use a smaller roller. If you want a wavier curl, a bigger curl, you use the bigger one. So I'm going to show you my sectioning, and I use my face as my section. So my first section, I actually parted my hair through the middle and pulled the hair forward, because we know how hard it is to do our own hair. That's why we go to the hair salon to get the hairdresser to do it. So the point of this is to show you, if you can't make it to the salon, or you can't afford to go to the salon, how to do it a little bit less expensively at home. So our first section is from the middle of the ear. I'm using a tail comb today, and you just push it through and get that section. Then my next section, let's just get that right, came from the top of the forehead, okay, straight through. So those were quite big sections, and there was a smaller one at the front. I also want the smaller one at the front to give it more emphasis on how curly it is. Then with this back section, it was a lot bigger than the front, so I took the section from there and then I cut it in half, and I popped those rollers in, and then I popped those ones in, and then with my front ones, which is only a small section, I cut them in half, okay? And with these ones I just wrapped it up and popped them in. With these ones I was quite careful to make sure that they go backwards, because those are the ones that people are going to see and they're going to photograph, okay? So some of the things we need to be mindful of. So same thing over here again. I took my one section from the middle of the ear, then the next section from this area here. So I've just got a clip holding my hair up. You could use a hair tie as well. So using our tail comb, I'm just taking the section. See how wide it is? Just make sure it goes in half. If you put your tail comb through, it'll give you a nice clean section, easy as that. Then we get our hair tie or our clip and we get that out of the way. We give it a comb through because we want it to be nice and smooth. If you have wavy hair, you're going to have to straighten it before you do anything like this. Wavy hair, it will work if you put the rollers straight in, but you're really going to get a better result if you straighten it first or blow wave it. And today I'm just using the Paul Mitchell Express Worked Up Spray. I like Paul Mitchell as far as chemicals in a can. He uses as many natural ingredients as possible, and he gives a lot to charity as well. So we get our can, and I'm pointing the nozzle down the hair right to the ends, okay, because I want to get that product all over the hair shaft, and I want it to go in the direction of my hair shaft and smooth it out and add that shine, okay? So this is quite a big section. Feel it, okay? So I'm just going to feel this, so I could get one. That could actually be a bit bigger. One. So that's how much hair I'm using. Split that in half a bit better. 2, 3. I'm going to use 3 big rollers there. And we're using our comb to smooth it out. See how smooth it is? And we grab our roller. I'm not really too worried how these are popped in. I'm going into the middle and I'm wrapping it round, and the key is to make sure that, where's our end? That end is tucked in nicely. Okay, and we keep rolling it. And I'm only going halfway up because I want it to actually be flat on the scalp. And I want the waves to sort of start from about there. And then it just hangs. Okay, and I use my finger to feel the amount of hair. Feels pretty even. We've already sprayed it. Go halfway down the hair shaft, get our curling rod and wind it round and tuck that end in. Keep winding it and then pull those up. With normal rollers you would just have a pin that you pop in there. Okay, again, same thing. We've already got our product on, pop it in the middle, we roll it on, nice and smooth. We don't want any flyaways. We tuck the ends in, give it another roll so that those ends are nice and tight. Pull it up and let it sit. So you can see where the curls are actually going to be sitting. Now, with this last section, I have got 6 rollers left, so I've got quite a few, so I can afford, make sure that there's no pieces hanging out at the back. I've got a little one there, but I can undo that and pop it into another roller. So I've got 6 sitting there, so I can actually afford to make these quite small. Okay. In the middle, round. Make sure that end is in there. See how I'm not putting down my comb? Putting down your comb is going to make it take twice as long. So if, for any of you budding hairdressers out there and your boss keeps telling you stop putting down your equipment, you need to learn to hold your equipment in your hand so that you can work quicker and faster. Popping it up. Now these two at the front, I do want them to be pretty much perfect because that's what everyone's going to see. So I'm actually getting them and I'm rolling them backwards because I want those curls, and I'm just tucking it in. Oh, there it is. Yeah, get it, tuck it in. Okay, so that these actually curl back. The rest of it, not fussed. Get it, pop it on the other side. Curling it round because the way that you curl it is the way that it's going to sit. These ones can be a little bit more trickier. And then pop it over and there we have it. Okay, do I look gorgeous? So you can see where all my sectioning is. This one here could possibly go up a little bit, but because it's underneath, no one's going to see it. Last thing I'm going to do, give it a decent spray all over, so that when it comes out, and note that I'm spraying backwards onto the hair, woo! So that when it comes out, you can see it. So these ones have been in for a little while. Let's just pull it out and see what we've got. And you never know what you're going to get. So you can see there that that's nice and wavy. Now, you may want to keep it like that, okay? Let's just take this one out as well so we can get more of a visual. Okay, so that's what we're getting. So if you want your curls to be like that, you need to go in to the roots and give it a little bit. Just make sure that you take out all of the set lines in there. And you may want to keep it like that. That's actually quite nice. Or you run your fingers through it, and that's the kind of wave that you're going to get, okay? So let's keep going. This curl will be smaller. Yeah, see there? Run my fingers through it. And I always start my setting from the bottom upwards, because then you can get all the hair out of the way. If you do it the other way, you're going to start getting your hair all tangled up, and you can see how quickly these are to take out, but be careful with them. You know, you don't want to break up the curls too much or be too rough. them out. So that's looking really cute. Now, what shows am I going to today? I am going to, this is our passes. I'm going to the New Zealand Designer Collection 11, Daniel K, the BMW New Generation Show, Tiger Lily, and Anna Stretton. I wouldn't mind getting, hustling some tickets to the Pia Boutique, because at the Designer Selection Show the other day, their garments looked really nice. Okay, so see how that one was quite important to me, because those are the ones that you're going to see. So then, just going to run my fingers through it, because it's always better to have it not too flat. Whoa, that looks awesome. And I'm almost tempted not to touch them, because as we go on through the day, it starts to drop. So let's just give it another spray, still going downwards, because it's wet outside. And if I go out without any spray on my hair, which is like a raincoat for my hair, then it's going to get all wet and damp, and it's just going to go frizzy and horrible. This side here, it's going to take another 20 minutes. So the real key to setting hair, whether it be straight or curly, is making sure that these are cooled down. So you can feel them. I can still feel that they're quite warm, because we've only just popped them in. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to let them cool down. Then we're going to come back, take them out, and see whether I was able to match up both sides very well or not. I'll see you in 10. Okay, we're back, and our hair is nice and cooled down. I can feel it. There's no warmth coming through it. And we're just gently taking our rollers out of the hair. Being careful just to make sure that we unwind them nicely. We want to keep them nice and smooth. And we, if you've got quite coarse wavy hair, you might want to put a little bit of oil. I like to use the Hemp's Couture oil. It's a conditioning product as well. And just pop that on the mid-lengths to the ends, or you could use some shine spray. Okay, so that one in the front looks to have gone a little bit a squiff, but that's okay. You work with the hair. Don't try and get it to do something that it doesn't want to do. And I'm just going to put my fingers in the roots and get any lines that may have still be there from my sectioning out. Okay, give my Paul Mitchell hairspray a bit of a shake, and then just spray downwards with the hair shaft. And we're coating the hair cuticle just to make sure that the weather doesn't get to it. We're giving it a bit of a raincoat. You can never have enough hairspray. Alright, I want that to be a little bit more voluminous on top, and it just depends on what suits your face shape. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. What do you guys think? Shiny, smooth, wavy, keeping it nice and flat on the top, but with a little bit of root lift with our fingers, and we're good to go. This is Bianca Fallon for Media Makeup. If you like this tutorial, don't forget to push the like button. Ka kite anō.